Entyvio.com to learn more about the #1 prescribed biologic for Crohn's and UC.
Entyvio. The new season of Survivor premieres Wednesday at 8/7 Central on CBS.
Let's get into it. Go!
Oh my God!
I don't know if I've ever seen this much energy.
A new season starts tomorrow, and it's not pumpkin spice. It's fall, y'all. I've got your Saturday event planners to help you celebrate the weekend. Live from downtown Marquette, it's your 19 News.
Good evening, everyone. I'm Sarah Blakely. Tonight on your WZMQ 19 News, the United Auto Workers strike against GM, Ford, and Stellantis continues. Tonight, when President Biden and former President Trump are expected to visit striking workers in Detroit. Plus, scoping out the best sniffer, one of the clever canines competing in this weekend's nose work trials in Delta County to find out which dog has the best nose. And how you can participate in this weekend's Walk to End Alzheimer's in Marquette to raise money for awareness and support. Your 19 News starts now.
Live from the UP, this is WZMQ 19 News at 11.
Well, it kind of seems like these past few days may have been our last summer days, just in time for autumn to begin, Ariane.
It's true. It's very true. And it's legit. I mean, autumn is tomorrow. That's when we officially kick off the fall equinox. This evening, we'll expect those temperatures in the 50 to 60 degree range. We're going to hang with that into the weekend, maybe even early next week. For the daytime, 65 to about 75. We do have chances of showers and thunderstorms. I'll show you where that is with Futurecast after the break. Today, though, we tied with the record of 81 degrees out at the National Weather Service.
The United Auto Workers Union expanded its strike against GM and Stellantis today, but said it's making some progress in talks with Ford. President Biden plans to meet with striking workers in Detroit on Tuesday, while former President Donald Trump is going the next day. Michael George has the latest.
President Biden announced plans to join the picket line and stand in solidarity with striking auto workers next week. The president's show of support comes as the union is expanding its historic strike. The growing labor dispute now includes an additional 38 General Motors and Stellantis parts distribution centers across some 20 states.
At 9 a.m., there was no hesitation. Everybody walked out.
What do we want? Fair pay!
About 5,600 workers joined the strike, which is focused on wages and benefits.
What's hurt the consumers is the last 4 years, these companies have raised the price of vehicles 34%. Wasn't because of our wages, wasn't because our wages went backwards.
Some 13% of the union's nearly 150,000 members are on the picket lines. GM and Stellantis say they continue to bargain in good faith. GM calling the decision to expand the strike unnecessary, while Stellantis, the parent of Chrysler, says it presented a very competitive offer but never received a response.
They need to give us what we need to survive.
Top-tier management, their pay has multiplied 7 times.
Detroit's automakers say they need to invest profits in the expensive transition to electric vehicles. Ford was spared from further strike action Friday after the union said it had made good progress in talks, including securing cost of living and job protections.
Among its demands, the union is asking for 36% raises in general pay over 4 years. A top-scale assembly plant worker gets about $32 an hour now. This ramped-up strike action could bring the picket line right into your home soon. Allie Jenner-John spoke with an expert at Western Michigan University to tell us how.
Marketing and supply management professor here at Western Michigan University, Bruce Farron, says he understands where the United Auto Workers Union is coming from. He says those workers on strike today stepped up when times were lean for these big three automakers. Now he says they're asking to be recognized for that help.
Fair pay, fair benefits.
I don't think what they're asking for is completely unreasonable.
Farron says he gets why the United Auto Workers Union is taking to the picket lines, but says their fight for improved benefits is directly impacting dealerships and buyers.
if the strike lasts any amount of time, you're going to see even fewer cars available on dealer lots than you see now.
He says the COVID-19 pandemic already hit car dealer lot inventories hard. Today, UAW President Shawn Fain calling on 38 distribution facilities at General Motors and Stellantis to join in on the strike.
So you will possibly see higher prices for new and therefore inevitably used cars.
Farron says when assembly of parts stop, then manufacturing stops, and that spreads to suppliers, potentially impacting you the next time you seek a car repair.
If the job action goes on long enough, there's a possibility that that might affect the availability of parts used for maintenance and repair.
In other news around our region, Wisconsin Democrats once again pushed to legalize marijuana in the state. Senator Melissa Agard and Representative Darren Madison announced new legislation today. Agard said Wisconsin's current marijuana laws are antiquated and it's time to push legalization. She also said the most dangerous thing about cannabis is that it's illegal.
Legalizing cannabis in Wisconsin, we will ensure that safe and tested products are available for both recreational and medicinal consumers. Legalizing opens the door for opportunity and allows us to reinvest in our communities and those especially that have been most harmed and create a more equitable and just state.
Wisconsin Governor Tony Evers included a proposal to legalize marijuana in his previous biennial budget. Last year, a Republican senator wrote a bill to legalize medical marijuana, which was granted a formal hearing. Enrollment is up at Northern Michigan University. This semester, the student body increased by 3.3%, making the total student count 7,197. This year's incoming class saw an increase of about 9.6% over the previous year, and new transfers and graduate students had an increase of about 15%. Administrators say this is the first time NMU is seeing an increase in enrollment since COVID hit in 2020.
We're focusing on that student experience. When students choose Northern, that's a big commitment, and it's up to us to deliver a quality experience.
NMU leaders say this increase in enrollment may bring changes to the university, but they're excited to see what those changes might be. This weekend, dogs are putting their noses to work in Gladstone for a 2-day test. WZMQ's Escanaba Bureau reporter Lily Simmons has the details.
Dogs are putting their sniffers to the test Saturday and Sunday at the Upper Peninsula Dynamic Dogs Nosework Trials.
Just like police dogs can find drugs or bombs, these dogs can find a scent. We just have certain scents that we are training our dogs to find, and then they find them in boxes or outside on vehicles.
This is Cowboy Blue, training for the trials at the group's sister club, D&D Dog Dynamics. His trainer says teaching a dog to seek out a scent is a big time commitment, and one that requires consistency.
Baby steps, starting off slow. If they start getting confused, we just start over from the beginning. But it is an easy sport to practice at home because you can set out some hides, do some housework, and the dogs are just raring to go. They love to look for their stuff.
While Cowboy Blue is involved in several different sports, nosework is his favorite.
Other sports get him moving actively and exercising. This one works his brain. He actually gets more tired from doing nose work than other sports.
Some dogs do it for fun, and some incorporate nose work into other aspects of their lives.
Some find antler sheds. One of our dogs in the club finds morel mushrooms.
Either way, nose work gives dogs a chance to take the lead.
We don't know where the scent is. The dogs do. It's so much fun to watch them figure out what we want them to do and find what we want them to find and let us know that they found it.
The public is invited to watch the nosework trials beginning at 9:30 a.m. Saturday and Sunday at Delfab. Lily Simmons, WZMQ 19 News, Gladstone.
We'll have those details up on our website, WZMQ19.com, for the times and location of where you can watch the nosework trials. Also this weekend, UP communities are walking to end Alzheimer's. The Alzheimer's Association's Michigan chapter will host its annual Walk to End Alzheimer's tomorrow in Marquette's Matson Lower Harbor Park. Registration begins at 9 a.m. and the walk will start after an opening ceremony at 10. Organizers say the Marquette Walk this year has already raised over $20,000, and you can still register for tomorrow's walk.
The largest support group. Everyone here is fighting for a cure for you. We're looking to make a difference to change that outcome. So everyone who's here can receive a hug. They can be embraced by the group. If there's 200 people here, we're all here for the same cause, and we're here for those people.
For a link to registration, just head to our website or our mobile app for those details. In Dickinson County, tomorrow's half marathon in downtown Iron Mountain starts in just a few hours. With the downtown plaza parking lot blocked off, the best parking spots tomorrow morning will be between City Hall and Moose Jackson Cafe, or drivers can come off of Ludington Street and park in the lot across from the bank. Run Iron Mountain benefits the Northwoods Air Lifeline in addition to the Cancer Loan Closet this year. The race director says the number of runners getting involved is booming.
If you're coming in tomorrow, you're going to come right to the stage here in downtown Iron Mountain and see us for packet pickup. This is our biggest race yet to date. As of this morning, we had 336 runners registered. Last year, we were at 284.
The Kingsford cheer team is volunteering its team spirit, and the high school band has some surprises planned for the finish line as well. Big Bay's third annual Fall Fest is also this weekend. Over 45 vendors will be attending the festival, ranging from artists to local businesses and organizations. Activities including bounce houses, giant Jenga, a playground, Connect 4, raffles, cornhole will all be set up throughout Draver Park on Hoffman Street. Food trucks and the Food Shack will be open during the festival as well, so you can get a snack through the day.
And yeah, it's just an opportunity for everybody in the community to get together and celebrate the changing of seasons and support our local businesses and have some fun.
Fall Fest will be held in Big Bay's Draver Park tomorrow from 11 a.m. to 4 p.m. Your first warning weather forecast is coming up after this break. Plus, a Wisconsin woodworker uses his skills to help cancer patients in his local hospital. What he is creating for them. And later, flu season is just about here. Where in Delta and Menominee counties you can sign up to get a flu shot in the coming days. We're back in 2 minutes.
19 News is brought to you by Kirkish Furniture.
Shop our huge selection of Amish-crafted dining room sets at Kirkish Furniture in Houghton. Browse our large in-stock collection and customize with a special order. With 1-year no-interest financing available, plus free delivery. Shop Kirkish Furniture today.
Everyone loves the Great Lakes. They make you feel like dancing. A great place to celebrate is at Marquette's Maritime Museum, but your help is needed. The museum's roof needs to be replaced to preserve history for future generations. So kick up your heels and help by donating today. Simply go to WZMQ19.com and hit the Raise the Roof link. A public service message from the New Attitudes Dance Studios, the Marquette Maritime Museum, and WZMQ 19.
This is home for CBS, WZMQ 19.
WZMQ 19 News First Warning Weather with Ariane Stasic.
We are really loving this fog, or I should say the fog's actually loving us. I do have a fog alert to let you know about. Some dense marine advisory over here on the far western portion of Lake Superior. Visibility is less than 1 nautical mile. That goes until Saturday morning. We will probably see some fog this evening into our Saturday morning. Right now, though, those temperatures still in the 60s, a little bit warm, especially down there in Menominee with a current temp of 67. We're going to drop just a little bit, but you know what? I will take it because we all know what comes after fall, those really cold temperatures. But we do have a beautiful day tomorrow. Again, if you do run into any fog, make sure you've got those low beams on. Tomorrow, though, partly to mostly cloudy skies. Those temperatures still warm in that 65 to 75 degree range. We'll stick with that on Sunday. We could see some breezes there as well as tomorrow. I'll show you that in just a minute. Muggy meter, even though it's been a little bit cool, we are expecting a little bit of muggy conditions tomorrow afternoon. Then we'll cool down or be in that comfy zone until early next week when we could see that return on Monday and Tuesday, maybe even Wednesday. Take a look right here. A lot of precipitation to the west of us, and of course that tropical storm Ophelia that we're keeping an eye on. We shouldn't be extremely affected by that, but if you are headed down into Wisconsin, you could see some showers and thunderstorms into tomorrow. Right, the past couple of hours, most of our activity has been over on the far west corner of the UP. Current conditions really dry at the moment, but let's take a look at what we're expecting overnight. We could see some sprinkles in Gogebic, and that's where a lot of that action is going to be. 6 a.m., maybe a thunderstorm there in Ontonagon County before we see more activity near Watersmeet and Marinesco around 11 a.m. Iron County getting some action too, maybe a little bit here to the west of Marquette, but then around 5 p.m., most of that shower situation down south there. Keweenaw could see some a little bit later, and then we'll dry out for a little bit before those showers are likely to return to Ironwood and Gogebic, even into the early evening hours on Sunday. Everyone else staying fairly dry. Of course, a little bit more sunshine over in the east side there, and then we'll take a look at these gusts that we're expecting. A lot of that, of course, over in Ironwood with all of that precipitation as well. We'll see about 27, 31 mile an hour gusts into tomorrow's afternoon, and then everybody else staying fairly calm. Let's take a look. Autumn equinox begins tomorrow, starts at 2:50 in the morning. If you don't want to get up that early, you know, sunrise is a little bit later than that, almost at 8 o'clock. And then we've got Run Iron Mountain going on Saturday. We'll expect temperatures to be about 58 degrees for that event when it kicks off, and then warming up later on with some gradual sunshine. 7-day outlook for Marquette, staying nice and dry, and we love these 60-degree temps.
Thank you very much, Ariane. It's tomato picking season, and the Upper Goddess has a treasure trove of tomatoes at her house. Tonight, Lori is showing us an easy recipe for tomato pie.
What are we making? Pie, Dean?
Yes, we
Your
are.
favorite tomato pie?
Oh, I thought it was cream pie.
So here's my tomatoes, and I'm only going to use this little 8-inch pie thing. So that's how much I used out of my canned tomatoes. So what I have in here is a little bit of chili powder and a little bit of oregano and a little pinch of brown sugar. And what you're going to do is, I am totally in love with tomatoes. And you're not really. But so I'm going to put some crushed red pepper in here because I love a little spice. I'm stealing some of your meatloaf, Dean, that we had last night. I'm putting meatloaf in here. You can make this pie whatever you want. You could put green peppers in it. Now I have onion and garlic right here. Now the fun thing about this pie is you're gonna put old bread in it. Doesn't that seem good? Come on, Dean.
Not really.
So you're gonna toss this around. And the other unique thing you're gonna do, I'm gonna put some salt in here. You're gonna fold in an egg white. So you're just gonna fold it in, and that's gonna make the mixture a little thicker. So I'm gonna put this in the pan, and we're gonna bake it for 45 minutes, and then we're gonna see what it looks like. Look at the pie, Dean. Doesn't it look good?
Looks good.
Oh my gosh, so what happens when you bake this at 375 for 45 minutes? Look at how the bread gets crunchy on top. And it's so good. Look at this. That bread has absorbed all that tomato. There's a piece of meatloaf. It's so good. So what I put in here was about 16 ounces of tomatoes, some chili powder, onion, garlic, that egg white, and it made the bread puff up. So if you got tomatoes laying around, give it a try. Keep smiling.
Well, sports fans are known to go through a lot for the teams they love, some even waiting decades for season tickets. Wayne and Kay Dowsey from Munising are what most would consider die-hard Packers fans. They've been on the wait list for Packers season tickets for 44 years, and now they finally have them. The Dowseys have assigned football from 1965 and are even related to Packer Hall of Famer Pete Tinsley. The couple says they continued sharing their love for the Packers with their own team that started right here in the UP.
When we call Brenda our daughter in St. Louis, we don't dare call her through for a Packer game. Because I did call her years ago, and she said, "Mom, why are you calling now? The Packers are playing." I go, "Okay, I'll talk to you later." So I think it's involving more and more people, for one thing.
The happy couple will also be celebrating their wedding anniversary next week, just in time for Thursday's Packers game. A Stevens Point, Wisconsin man is leading the charge by creating and donating wig stands to area hospitals. Those then get donated to women who are fighting cancer. As Dominique O'Neill explains, it's a project that has special meaning for Jim Anderson.
A local wood turning enthusiast is using his talents to help people across central Wisconsin. Wood turning is not your typical project to support cancer patients, but for Jim Anderson, it hits close to home. The idea to use his wood turning skills for wig stands was born from a talk with his doctor when he was treated for cancer in the spring.
I like it. It gives you a purpose to what you're doing, and some actually at the same time you can be creative. You can do what you like to do and turn wood.
Anderson says 100 wig stands have been distributed to multiple cancer clinics in central Wisconsin, including Aspirus and Marshfield clinics.
To be able to provide it to someone and to fulfill a need, it also provides a kind of spark for them and for a little brighter day for them in some of the dismal times they're going through.
Anderson creates the wig stands in his home shop. His work is really making a difference for cancer patients.
We've been hearing from the coordinators is that they're delighted. One woman even said she was going to keep it after she was done and call it a trophy, so she'd have something to remind her what she went through and how she successfully managed to get through it.
And the process of this wood turning takes about an hour to 2 hours minimum to put together. Jim is not the only one making wig stands. 30 to 40 people from wood turning clubs he's a part of are also helping.
They find satisfaction in it too, because a lot of them like to turn, but they don't have anything to do with the wood after they're done with it. So this gives them something they can make that they can actually pass on and somebody will appreciate and use.
Jim says they plan to continue making wig stands for years to come. Still ahead tonight, giving the gift of life hundreds of times. The California man who's donated blood over and over and over, and why he says he doesn't plan to stop.
Fall for cash and free play wins with the $32,000 autumn giveaway at Ojibwa Casinos. You've got the chance to pick your prize from the apple tree every Friday and Saturday from noon to 8 p.m. Hear your name and you'll reach for an apple, revealing between $150 free play and $1,000 cash. Now that's a juicy prize. $32,000 is ripe for the picking. Come claim your share with the autumn giveaway, only at Ojibwa Casinos, Baraga, and Marquette.
Attention people with Medicare and anyone turning 65. If you have original Medicare, you may be able to get a Medicare Advantage plan with additional benefits. Medicare Advantage plans may include vision coverage, wellness visits, gym membership, meal delivery, and hearing coverage with affordable costs and copay. To see if you qualify for a plan with additional benefits, call Best Medcare. Our licensed insurance agents can review your current plan benefits and tell you what plan with additional benefits may be available to you. Just one call and you may be eligible to enroll in a plan with a $0 monthly premium with $0 deductibles. Tell us the doctors you want to see and if you want prescription drug coverage. The call is free. You may even find plans with $0 monthly premiums or $0 copays on certain services or $0 deductibles. Speak to a licensed insurance agent to find out if a Medicare Advantage plan is right for you. Call 800-965-7893, 800-965-7893, and let Best Medcare do the work for you.
Hi, Chef Daniel Green here with my Bionic Blade, the new handheld blender that's rechargeable, so you can make a fast, healthy shake anywhere. It has the motor and blades built right into the lid, so blend a shake at the gym, make pina coladas by poolside, or grind coffee beans for an iced cold brew on the go.
Get the Bionic Blade for just $29.99 with free shipping. You'll also get 2 sipping lids, a second container, and the sports lid. Get it all for just $29.99. Order now.
You're watching the award-winning WZMQ 19 News, live and local with Sarah Blakely.
As we head into fall, UP health officials are urging people to schedule their annual flu shot. According to Public Health Delta and Menominee counties, flu cases typically begin to rise in October, then peak between December and February. The immunization coordinator encourages people to get a flu shot to keep themselves healthy, as well as those who may be more susceptible.
Important for people with chronic medical conditions like heart disease, diabetes, those over 65, children under 5, pregnant women, healthcare workers. Even if you're not that worried about getting the flu yourself, you should be worried about the more vulnerable people around you that could be harmed by spreading flu to them.
The health department is hosting drive-through flu shot clinics, one tomorrow in Escanaba and another next Thursday in Menominee. No appointment is required, but there is a schedule for shots based on your last name. Just visit WZMQ19.com to check out that schedule. The American Red Cross recently declared a national blood shortage, citing a nearly 25% drop in the blood supply since last month. Blood banks around the country are hoping more people get the message and get out and donate. Sean Shitness is introducing us to a California man who keeps coming back to save lives.
On a recent visit to the Vitalant Donation Center, Dennis Walter marked giving blood 300 times.
It saves lives. I mean, people that need blood need it now. So, and it's easy for me to do, so I do it.
He's been giving blood for 30 years. At one point, he was donating every 2 weeks. He can no longer give platelets, but still comes in once a month to give plasma.
Well, I've asked that question several times, and they say as long as I'm healthy, I can keep coming.
He says it's nothing to be afraid of and enjoys the experience spending an hour catching up on his favorite shows while in this chair.
I know it's helping somebody, and I know that whenever they need it, they can't go out and solicit it. It's got to be there. It's got to be on the shelf.
In fact, Vitalant has a goal of storing up to 4 days of blood on its shelves, but it's already seen that supply go well below that level this summer.
The need is constant. You know, as fast as people are donating, it's going out to hospitals. There's always somebody in need of blood.
So many donations over so many years has truly added up for the blood bank.
I've been very blessed in life, and I need to give back. This is one way to do it.
Dennis has likely helped to save thousands of lives and had an impact on many more family and friends grateful to see their loved ones survive.
According to the Red Cross, someone in the U.S. needs blood every 2 seconds. In other health news, new research shows how mothers' immune systems change after giving birth. A study at Cincinnati Children's Hospital found after a healthy pregnancy, mothers keep immune suppressive T cells for years, which can reduce the risk of birth defects in future pregnancies. Doctors say the findings could help create new treatments for high-risk pregnancies. With the start of autumn tomorrow comes a gradual cooling for the next few days. Ariane has the details in her outlook on the way. And a day to raise awareness of an endangered species, how Australia Zoo's resident white rhino is celebrating his birthday and World Rhino Day. That's our final story after this.
It's late night. Wake up, everybody.
The Emmy-nominated Late Show with Stephen Colbert.
Hold on to your butts.
Weeknights on CBS.
The wait is over. England Furniture's quick shipping is back at Kirkish Furniture. Choose your style and fabric and receive your furniture in as little as 30 days. Browse our in-stock selection or let our staff help you customize the perfect sofa or chair. Plus, 1 year free financing and free delivery.
Another thrilling week to play football. The NFL on CBS. Catch all the action this week on WZMQ 19. This Sunday, the Carolina Panthers battle the Seattle Seahawks at 4:05. See you this Sunday for the NFL on WZMQ 19, home of the 2024 Super Bowl. There's nothing like the feeling you get being outdoors. The UP Ice Fishing and Hunting Expo has everything you need to be ready. The expo returns to the UP State Fairgrounds Ruth Butler Building. Inside, discover great sponsors with everything from bait to rods and reels. Mark it down now on your calendar, November 3rd through the 5th at the UP State Fairgrounds. The UP Ice Fishing and Hunting Expo, brought to you by the Daily Press and WZMQ 19 News.
Hello to you, I'm Gail King.
I'm Tony DeCopel.
And I'm Nate Burleson. This is us. We're all here to wake up your mornings to help make sense of the latest overnight developments.
What you can expect from your day before you head out the door. You'll also hear directly from the biggest newsmakers in America.
And you'll see the best group of journalists in the business with exclusive reporting and breaking overnight news.
It's a lot. Watch CBS Mornings right here on your new CBS affiliate in the Upper Peninsula. That's WZMQ 19.
I'm Rachel Knapp. Watch my reports live from Washington, only on 19 News.
Our current temps out there are not that different than what we're going to see this evening. We're in that 60-degree range and we'll drop down to about 55 to 65 degrees. So the equinox is upon us, and basically it breaks down to nearly equal day and night. And for my Latin fans, equus, equal, and nox, meaning night. And there are two equinoxes, the vernal, which is spring, and autumnal, which is fall. This is when the Earth's axis is almost balanced, so it's not tilted away or toward the sun. And at high noon, the sun is right above the equator, so it's refracted or bent, making it look like the sun is actually above the horizon, but really it's below it. So that's the reason we have 12 equal hours of day and night. So let's take a look at, and then the winter solstice, you know when that is, December 21st. Let's take a look at Big Bay's big day. We're expecting about 69 degrees and some sunshine.
Learn a little something every day. Thanks, Air. Finally tonight, today was World Rhino Day to raise awareness of the dwindling population of rhinoceroses. DJ the Rhino at the Australia Zoo in Queensland, yes, that's the late Steve Irwin's zoo, also celebrated his 21st birthday today. The southern white rhino celebrated with a mud bath and plenty of presents. Southern white rhinos are listed as near threatened in the wild, and Australia Zoo has been caring for DJ for 16 years. Conservationist Terry Irwin said DJ is such a special part of our Australia Zoo family, and he has reached a remarkable milestone in his life. For modern day unicorns, look at him.
DJ, sorry. Yeah. But also rhinos used to be like one of my favorite animals.
They're cool.
I know, and bless Steve Irwin and his family for doing all the wildlife conservation that they do.
I know.
RIP.
I love that family so much, and I wish I could go to Australia Zoo someday. It's on my bucket list. We should.
Tomorrow.
Okay, sounds good. We'll see you back here on Monday. Have a great weekend.
It's late night. Wake up, everybody.
The Emmy-nominated Late Show with Stephen Colbert.
Hold on to your butts.
Weeknights on CBS.
Do you hate throwing away food that's gone bad? Does your pantry look like a bad disaster? What if you could keep your food as fresh as the day you bought it and vacuum seal any ingredient? Eric Thies here with my new portable, powerful PowerXL Duo